Yo, what's going on? Strong Arm Asylum podcast. The initial episode, take flight, bust the bottle, time to get it in.
Yo.
I had to bring the number one, A1, my little brother with me to set it off. I'm bringing it to my man, give him the introduction. BANE, Whiskey Therapy.
Yo. What's up, good people? What's up, good people? Chilling here with my big bro, a.k.a. the Joker, a.k.a. DARIUS, a.k.a. Slaughter. Let's go get it, baby. Right here, Strong Arm Asylum podcast, representing Whiskey Therapy. About to put in this work. Y'all know how we do. Shout out to all my people. Shout out to my man Magic, my man No Socks. You know how we get down. And, of course, you know, it's Whiskey Therapy, so I'm sipping on a little something. Got me a little Jack Honey with a little bit of sweet tea. It's that summertime drink. You know what I mean?
Man.
Tell them, let's get it. So how you doing today, pimp?
Man, I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing amazing. I'm up here on camera, sitting in 3D, feeling fresh to death. Got my little brother with me. Life can't get any better. We about to, kick it off one time, bring a little extracurricular reality through the bullshit. So to start it out, tell everybody, welcome to Asylum. First and foremost, a lot of people don't understand Asylum. So I'm going to break the definition down real quick.
Give it to them.
So asylum has two major definitions that people know. The first one clearly is the crazy house, which everybody know me and my little brother don't have no sense. And most of our crew that has no sense whatsoever. We do what we want, how we want, when we want, and make it shake and make you want to do it, and just you don't have the guts to do what we do. So the second definition is usually a place of refuge. Generally when people are defect or need to move around politically or whatever, they seek asylum, somewhere where people can go and be safe. So it has a dual meaning. Asylum for the people that think outside the box, the people that don't act like sheep and follow whatever social media or newscasters tell them. That's where the asylum comes in. You can be yourself around here. When you come in here, any guest that comes on here is going to tell you how they feel about it. And if you don't like it, go play in traffic. Real simple.
Boy, say kick rocks, pimp, kick rocks. You know what I'm saying?
To start out, I want to say thank you before we jump all the way into it to Enigma for the fire track, for the intro. Straight Custom, Beats by Sadiq. If you don't know who it is, you better find out. One of the coldest producers in the game. Cold as Ice Graphic, H-Town Finest 9 for always supporting the whole Strong Arm family, of course, the Guys of War, Whiskey Therapy, Inkmore, and everybody else that support the movement. I also want to thank all my enemies. Thank you. Kill yourself slowly. I want to dedicate this show to Iceman. 2 days from now, we lost one of the guys, the original Strong Arm family members on the 13th, 10 years ago. Gone, never forgotten, ever. It was, and it really ties into the show today because today we're going to talk about loyalty. Loyalty is a real tricky subject. We get into loyalty and people always think about what they can get. When loyalty really breaks down to what you're going to give for the people you swear to God that you cut for, love, you loyal to, or whatever. The quote of the day is real simple. My little brother gonna like this one. A lamb cannot be a lion, and a lion cannot be a lamb.
This is where we go into. This is where we go when we start talking about figuring out what kind of people that you run with, and making sure that y'all on the same page. You know, we know no two people are gonna think alike, but you gotta understand that when you start talking about things like loyalty, you gotta understand that the people that you deal with have to have the same definition and the same ideas along the line of loyalty that you do. And this is across the board. This is why people lose family members. This is why they lose friends. This is why, you know, you was good with people a long time ago, but then you grew, and then all of a sudden, now y'all don't talk no more. It's because your understanding of not just loyalty, but life itself has changed over time. And maybe you grew, or maybe they grew and you didn't. But either way, you're not along the same lines anymore. And as a result, you end up taking two different paths. Now, that don't mean it's a bad thing. That just means that your understanding is a little bit different. In order for you to continue along the lines that you're on, that you got to separate a little bit. And then this is where the loyalty comes in, because you end up depending on somebody that you thought was going to be there that's not. And not necessarily, you know, you need a favor, but sometimes you just need a motherfucker in your corner that's going to give you some good information, somebody that's going to tell you the truth.
The truth. That's the key.
You know what
right
I mean?
There. The truth. You know, a lot of times when you loyal to somebody, you have to tell them the truth. And the truth is a lot of times going to be what they need to hear. It's not going to be what they want to hear.
Yeah.
That you had the courage and the honor to stand up and tell somebody, hey, man, you messing up, homie. Like, you slipping. Like, you shooting low right now. This is not the move you need to make. You need to step back and pump your brakes. Everybody thinks loyalty is blind. Nah, man, just he gonna crash. I'm gonna ride with him. Well, first and foremost, I can tell you from experience that most of the people that swear they loyal to you are not going to ride with you when you crash.
No, not at all. and that's the other thing too is if you loyal to somebody and you tell them, hey, look, you fucking up.
That way.
When it comes back around, you tell them a second time. You don't tell them because you want to tell them I told you so. You tell them because you need them to learn, because you care about them, because when you see them fall, it hurts you.
Exactly.
Because you care about that person the same way that you care about yourself. You made them your family. If they're not blood, you made them blood. You know, nothing's more important than that family that you make by choice, those people that you choose to be around you. And that's where the loyalty comes in. And a lot of times, you know, we see it with people, your friends open businesses, and because they're your friends, you expect a discount. You should be the first one to pay.
Oh, man.
You should be the first one in line.
Oh,
you shouldn't be asking for a discount. You shouldn't even really be accepting a discount. You are there to try to make sure that they succeed at what they're doing. You shouldn't be trying to skim or trying to scheme or trying to get by. That's where loyalty comes in. Now, when you need help, then they should be there for you.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't just be trying to get over because that's not loyal.
No, I tell people all the time, man, everybody always talking about loyalty and this affiliation, that affiliation. I know you from here and there. I tell them, man, you know what? Every time you come in here, you try to stress the game. You try to get in the door free. You want to eat free. I go all over the city. I don't stand in line hardly anywhere ever.
Well, that's because everybody can't be a pimp like you.
We go in. I don't have a problem. Whatever price they tell me, even if the price is inflated, I pay the price. Cause I come to bless the game because I get blessed so much. So many people come out, they want to stress the game everywhere. Same thing you just talked about. They never want to bless the game. No matter how much they get blessed, they never want to pay the blessing forward. So it gets crazy at a point where you start to cut yourself in these people because you start to see they really just hit with their hands out.
Yep.
You know, it's the same people, the tag-alongs, you know, that's always there when you pop the bottle, but never there when the check comes.
Mm-hmm.
The same ones that's there when they have a problem, quick to blow up your phone, I need. But if you put something out there, and it might be something you hate to do, you might be moving. Hey, man, I'm moving. Hey, man, what time you got to get it? I might just got off work at 6, but at 10, I'm rolling out. Monster in hand with some sunglasses on. Let's get it done, and what we eating when we done. Because it has to get done. And that's the difference. You know, the loyalty thing is crazy because everything is so commercial now. Loyalty goes as far as social media. As far as you can put on Instagram and show your picture in the same frame with somebody or show on Snapchat that you was out with them. And then when everything goes crazy, like, okay, you got drunk with them, but you didn't take their keys. So when they dead tomorrow, all of a sudden it's RIP, I can't believe it. What you let them drive for? Why didn't you stop them? Why didn't you pull them to the side and say, hey, man, you know, you a little lit up, partner. Let's do it this way. Let's do something different, man. Let's make a change. But people don't understand that the loyalty thing is crazy to me. And it goes across the board. And my brother spoke on it just a minute ago. It's family by choice. You know, we coined that phrase 15 years ago. We have individuals in our life that are loyal to us to the end. And a lot of people think that because you're blood, because you're family, that you get a pass. You can treat me any kind of way or talk to me any kind of way and do any kind of thing. It doesn't work like that with us. We take you on merit.
Yeah, we take you on your actions and what you do. And these days, too many people get caught up in social media and, you know, Facebook. One of the biggest things they ever pulled was telling you to add people as a friend. Because how many people on Facebook that you actually even like talk to and hang out with that you actually know out of your 200, 300, 400, 500 so-called friends, right? They coining and they're changing the definition of what the word means.
Oh yeah, they definitely changed it.
So it's the society we live in that wants to make you feel like because you know a lot of people, because you've seen a lot of people, that means you got a lot of people and a lot of support behind you, and that's not what it means.
No, because
the loyalty is the support. That's where the loyalty comes in. Is the people that's going to support you and going to be there for you when you need them to be there. And it's nothing worse than, like he said, you know, a lion can't be a lamb and a lamb can't be a lion. It's nothing worse than having somebody fronting and acting like they somebody that's going to be there for you, and then when you need them, they're nowhere to be found. You can't see you can't see them. You can't call them. They punch you through to the voicemail. They don't answer your text messages.
Always busy.
You know, always got something to do.
Always busy. You know, and for the people that don't understand the lamb and the lion quote, A lamb cannot be a lion, meaning that a lamb cannot eat meat. It is not a predator. It cannot protect you. It cannot step to the front and be that entity that keeps you safe. And the flip side is, no matter how much it tries, a lion cannot eat grass. It cannot be an herbivore. It cannot be passive. At some point, that lion is going to feed. It is going to be dominant. It is going to be a predator. So you are who you are. You know, the fake it till you make it thing is a lie. I tell people all the time, fake it till you make it is a lie. Now, you can push yourself, and some people are geared up to be able to level up and move ahead, but for the most part, who you are is who you are. Yeah. Your internal makeup, your moral code, your lack of or strength that you carry is who you are. You're not going to get that by sitting next to us. You're not going to get big because you sit next to him.
Yeah, you can grow and you can change as an individual, but all that is based on it's based on what you are. It's based on your foundation. You're not going to change your foundation. You can make adjustments to it. You can add to it to make it more sturdy, to build to it, to help do things that you want to do. But at the end of the day, you are who you are. The question is how do you become the best you that you can be?
That's it. How do you become the best you can be? Are you honest enough to look in the mirror and say, I'm fucking up, or I fucked up? You know, a buddy of mine posted something today. He said, and it was a problem I had for years with people. You know, your disrespect was public, but your apology was private. So you disrespect the game and act the ass, and then you want to crawl back and whisper and say, no, time out, lock your brakes up. This is what it is. You know, you set the tone. I've told people for decades, I can be your best friend or your worst nightmare. You tell me which one you want to be. I'll let you choose, but after you make that decision, we're going to ride with it. There won't be any reprieves. We won't go back. We won't try to rerun it. There's no appeals to the situation. It is what it is. It's what you made it at this point. So we try to tell people all the time when they come around us, be who you are. You don't have to put on for us. What you like is what you like. And another thing is, a lot of people think because I don't like what you like, I have a problem with you. That's a misconception. I don't have to like what you like.
That falls under that. People think that in order for us to be cool, that we have to do all of the same shit.
Yes.
We got to do all the same things. If I don't want to go to whatever party you're going to because I don't like the kind of people that's going to be there, then they take that as me not liking them.
Personal.
You know, well, I just don't like people, first of all. Second, I don't like these particular people because I know, I know the people that's going to be there, either they're going to be young or they're going to be wild or they just going to have just no manners, you know, or it might just be in the summer and I just don't want to sit outside and be hot and sweat my ass off. So I'm not going. Plain and simple. It don't have nothing to do with the fact that I don't like you or we not cool. It's just that I don't do that particular thing that you do.
Yeah. You know, it's not even people. It's even with music. You know, somebody, man, that's the loudest music ever. I really don't like it. What you mean? What did I say? I don't like it. It's not personal. It's not a knock to you. My taste is my taste. At my age and stage, my background, my socialization, where I come from, I don't like it. So respect my ability to not like it. Respect my convictions to do what I like to do.
You might need to scoot up a little bit, Mike.
Respect my ability to do what I like to do and move like I like to move, and I'll do the same. I don't expect you to love everything I love. You're not me.
Yeah, that's not us agreeing is not what makes us family or friends or what makes us get along.
Exactly.
The fact that we can disagree in a manner where we can still talk about it and we still be cool, that's what makes us family. The fact that because if we all had the same opinion, then we wouldn't do each other any good.
Exactly.
If we all thought the same way, wouldn't do each other any good because that's what happens when you see all these messed up people with these messed up thoughts and these patterns of life is that everybody around them says the same thing. You know, that's what happens when you look at stuff like on social media. All their friends on social media think the same way they think. So all it does is just add fuel to the fire.
Yeah, they think the stupidity is
so
cool.
If we just surrounded ourselves with people who think like we think, we would never see anything different. We would never see anything new. We would never learn things. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we would never change. We'd just be stuck.
We'd be stuck.
So you have to surround yourself with people that have different thoughts to you, that maybe walk a little different, but they can still be people you can depend on.
Exactly. And you also have to be open-minded. You have to be open-minded. You have to be open to the fact that I know this person is loyal to me. I know these people, or this person has my best interest at heart. So if they come to me and tell me, hey, this, and this, I'm not taking this adversity like they just trying to dog me out or run me in the ground. They really have my best interest at heart. So I can sit down and say, hey, you know what, man, this came from this person. If my little brother jerks my chain and says, hey, you need to pump your brakes, I'm locking my brakes up.
Yeah.
There's about 3 people in the world that can make me lock my brakes up, and one of them is sitting next to me.
Yeah, it's about that ego, man. You know, some of these people out here, they're ego hustling. You know, they want people around them to just make them feel big, make the ego feel big. And what they don't realize or they don't understand is that I know that I don't know everything about everything.
That way.
So sometimes the people in your circle, they know just more about certain things and certain aspects of life than you do. Whether it's because they're just educated, whether it's through experience, whatever it is through, they know more about this particular issue than you do. So sometimes you just need to shut up and listen and not be thinking about, oh, they don't know what they're talking about, or that passive listening where you're just thinking about what you're going to say next. You're not listening to what they're saying. Sometimes people know more than you, and you want people in your circle like that.
Definitely. One thing I say, I'm 48 and a half, about to be 49 years old shortly. I have no problem if I don't know asking, hey, what is this? What is this supposed to be? Tell me about this. Or even the ability to just say, I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah. Explain it better. Explain it better to me.
I ride motorcycles. I'm engine ignorant. I am not mechanical.
No.
I'm not even the person that they allow to twist the boat because I probably break it in there. I'm the pizza guy. I go get pizza, whiskey, and beer, and they fix it.
And they fix it,
And they fix it. That's my role. So if it's anything with the engine, I'm asking, hey, look out.
Yeah.
I see you on there, Blitz. Hey, man, look out.
Blitz, you find somebody
what is this?
You find somebody that you trust.
Is that? Yeah.
You're not going to argue with them. You're not going to go back and forth with them because they're in your circle and they're loyal and you know them and you trust them. You don't argue with them because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, but I know somebody that does, and I know somebody even in my outer circle that knows. So you know what? I don't want to give you bad information, and I'm not going to play the ego game and shoot you some smoke and mirrors. So give me a minute, give me 10, let me call somebody that knows and get the real information to call you back.
Right.
I don't want you to crash.
Yeah, because I care about you that much that I'm not going to stroke my own ego and the possibility of you ending up in a bad spot or a bad place.
Exactly.
That's not worth my ego.
Exactly,
and that's what a lot of them don't get because they want to be the center. They want to be everybody.
See, I used to call it COA syndrome, center of attention syndrome. You see it all the time. That guy that's doing the most or that girl that's doing the most and screaming and hollering, it has to be the center of attention. All eyes on me. The crash dummy.
And you know what's funny? This is what's funny to me is that I'm 41, and you're a lot older than I am, but I'm 41, and over my life I have never seen the ego stroking worse than in women.
Oh, no, definitely.
Because I always come across women who have to have the center of attention. They always got those followers. They got, 2 or 3 girls is always around them, but they got to be the center of everything.
Yep. That's the dynamic.
Yeah. They have to have all the attention. Yeah.
Yep.
But nowadays it's even fine girl with fine friends.
Yep.
But emotionally and mentally, she got them stuck in a position where they feel like she's the center of everything. They can't do nothing without asking her, without talking to her. They want to go to happy hour. They got to figure out where she want to go and where she don't want to go.
Yep.
They got to do it around her schedule, not everybody else's. Mm-hmm. Men are more apt to just saying, look, man, fuck you, I don't care.
I'm going over here.
I think it's because women seek that emotional support so bad that they have a more tendency to put another woman in a certain spot because that woman is going to give her that emotional support because they understand that I can emotionally control these other women.
Yep.
And if you ever think about it, whenever you see a woman that's got a lot of, whether it's young girls following her or just another girls following her, she's got emotional control of those women. Men are going to try to force them, even like pimping, they're going to try to force them with a little emotional backing. But women they have emotional control over women.
And social media has made everybody so codependent. You can't go to the bathroom now unless you get 12 likes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't walk in the mall unless you get 15 likes. I'm not allowed to eat my sandwich until I got 12 people watching.
Take 30 selfies to get one good picture.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out which angle worked best for you because
17
because none of them right.
And 17 filters, and they don't even look the same. When you see them, you don't even know that's a person. I have people grab me all the time. Do you know me? I follow you on Instagram. You don't look like you look in your pictures, baby.
And think about this. Think about how many relationships have gone south because they're out somewhere and the guy don't want to take a picture, or the guy is tired of taking pictures. Maybe it's that he don't want to take a picture because they already got 15,000 pictures of them on Instagram and Facebook. They just tired of taking pictures. Like, man, I just want to eat dinner. I just want to enjoy this concert. I just want to ride our bicycles and enjoy this workout that we're getting while it's nice out and the sun going down without having to stop and get off the bike because you want to take a fucking picture.
Yeah.
Think about how many relationships go bad and how many arguments start just behind something that simple.
That simple. But it's ingrained now that everything you do has to be documented or it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't happen. You know, I don't make my money for me now. I make my money so you can see my money. It makes my money spend better. That's the theory. It doesn't. I mean, I'm old school. I don't even want you to see my money. But the new people, so-called hustlers and whatnot, will put their money down and wait for other people to watch them. You know, the code has changed so much over the decades. How people move and maneuver. You know, walking up to another man's table is a violation to me. But you'll walk up and stare at them and turn your chair around to watch them and watch you in the mall, watch your money, watch you count your money, watch your hands. You know, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, walking up without an invite. You don't even know nobody?
That usually gets you put to sleep.
Boy, well, we used to. Things a little different now. What we coming to next?
Yeah, life is
life is a little different now, man. The hustle is different. And a lot of that is just, I'm telling you, social media has made this world so different.
Oh, okay. So next thing, as far as we're gonna bounce off, keep bouncing on, watching your circle, man. Watch the comments in your circle. When you win in your circle and people start with the little. Whenever somebody calls everything you do little, cut that person out of your cipher. That person needs to go immediately. When somebody says, "Hey man, you know I got a promotion," "Oh, you got a little promotion, huh?" That's hate.
Yeah.
That's hate.
Hey, bro, I heard you got a little podcast.
Hey, bro, I
heard you got some little T-shirts made.
Heard you got some little hats made.
Yeah,
so, you know. Man, I like.
I saw you at the spot the other day. You had a little section.
Yeah, everything little. Watch people's body language when you win. When you win, your whole squad should be happy for you because the whole squad won together. Everybody that's really loyal to you wants you to win. It's not a competition. It's never us against us. It should never be you against people that you're supposedly loyal to or people that are supposedly loyal to you. So when I tell you or you see me win or I pull up, I don't care if I pull up with a new wrist, with a new bracelet on, it's a candy cane ring, and you look at me funny, your body language changes. Now I know I got to watch you. I got to cut you out because you're telling on yourself.
Yeah. And you know what? It's also, it's not necessarily just using words like little or body language, but watch the kind of conversations that you have with people that you feel like are in your circle. Watch the kind of topics that they talk about and how they talk about them. Watch how they talk about other people and the manners and other people that you are in your circle or maybe that y'all are out right outside your circle that you know, but listen to how they talk about them. Listen to which way they kind of grind and what kind of things they say, and you know they're talking about their old lady and how fine she is or something. Like you listen to those other things that they dropped that make you think like, hey man, this person we don't think the same. We're not along the same lines, you know. And you can walk it out and say, hey, maybe that was just a mishap, maybe a slip. But after a certain amount of time, you got to understand that a red flag is a red flag.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we as people, we try to push past red flags because we want to give people benefit of the doubt. We want to give them, you know, like this hope and just, oh, they not that bad. And, oh, they didn't really mean it like that.
Yeah,
no, they meant it exactly like they said it.
They meant it like you said
and
it.
the fact that they cool around you makes them relaxed enough to say the things that they wouldn't normally say around people that they're not cool with.
And think it's okay and think that you accept it and that you co-sign it.
Exactly.
And they think that you empower it.
And
you're not checking it.
The thing that I like to do is when I catch that red flag, I like to check it right there.
Yeah.
Now, some people, it's better for them to walk it out a little while, but as my personality, it's not good for me to wait and then have to come back and say, well, yeah, you said this, and then remember you said this, and remember you said that, because now that seems like you're whining and you're crying.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is when I see it, I like to just drop it and just point it out right there. It was like, hold up, man. You used to say what? I say, no, that's not how we do things, bro. That's not how we get down around these parts.
Exactly.
You know, stop it and check it right then and there. And now that person has an understanding of where you are and how you think. And if their behavior start to change around you, you can figure out if it's changing because they learning something or if it's just changing because they know you're not going to tolerate that shit and you're going to call them out.
Yeah.
And then you know if you need to cut them.
Yeah. And you also have to figure out, you know, where are you headed in life? What's good for you as you elevate, as you learn things, as you start to grow, your social circles will change. You know, depending on where you are at work, depending on where you are socially, depending on where you're trying to get. And as you start to make those moves, some people just will not be able to make those moves with you.
Yeah.
You know, some people just are not cut to make those jumps. And it's not a knock to you. I'm not mad at you, and I still love you, and I still have loyalty for you. But it's just, I know that I got homeboys that's comfortable at car shows and bike shows that's not comfortable in certain arenas. So I'm not going to tell him, hey, man, I'm going to this club in this section, even though I might be going to promote, but I know he's not going to be comfortable there. So I'm not even going to pull him that way.
It's not what he do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not what he do.
Exactly.
And people have to understand that, and that's what we were saying earlier, is that we all got our own thing. And you have to know those people so that you know when they're going to be comfortable, when they're not. And you know when it's important enough to ask them to come, even though they're going to be uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Versus when it's to know, hey, they don't like this kind of thing. I'll tell them about it, but I'm not expecting them to come. And I'm going to tell them, hey, I know you don't like it. I'm just letting you know so you don't think I left you out the circle.
Exactly.
I'm just letting you know about it, even though I don't expect you to become, because I know you.
Yeah. And that comes from actual being loyal to somebody and actually having the type of relationship where you know the people that are around you. I'm not a fan of big cliques, 20, 30 people. We've never run with big, gigantic amounts of people because it's always issues and problems, and there's always some type of jealousy that starts to brew from the outside in.
Plus, you can't get to know that many people.
No, you can't.
I'm very cautious of people that say that they core crew, they core circle, they core clique is like 30 people. Because you can't get to know that many people.
No.
You cannot intricately know that many people.
I am very cautious of people that call everybody bro. And I'm around people, one of the crew, man, that's my bro, that's my bro, that's my bro. The word brother to me is sacred. If I tell somebody you're my brother, that means I'll go to war for you and die for you. Period. Whatever you need, you get. So for me to bestow that title upon you is nothing less than magical. It's noble. So if I'm sitting here calling every Tom, Dick, Harry, Bob, Billy, Leroy, and Fred bro, so that tells me right now that your character is out of whack. You one of those super friendly weirdo dudes, and you're really not basing anything. And most of the time, the people that you're calling this are polar. They're not even from the same area. They're moving all over the globe.
Or you calling people that they really don't care about you.
Oh, definitely don't care about you.
Like you calling somebody brother that's looking at you like, bro, I ain't your brother.
I don't even like you, but you can do this, this, and this for me. Somebody that's saddled up trying to ride you.
Yeah, somebody that don't give two shits about you. And you out there calling them brother and bro and, oh, this is my people, and, we super tight and this, and that. And it's like, this dude don't even know your last name.
Yeah, you name dropping, thinking you're getting points when you're really looking dumb.
Yeah.
Because everybody sees them rolling their eyes at you but you.
Yeah. Everybody knows that you just tagging along.
Yeah.
In whichever manner your tagging along is. Whether you the one that's always in the back of the picture somewhere because everybody else is partying or everybody else is doing work and you just there because you just want to be seen. Yeah, you just want to be seen.
Yeah. You had nothing else to do. At some point, I don't know if it's when you get older or you start to figure out what is this person's intrinsic value to my circle. Do I value their opinion? Do they bring me a different outlook that I need? In my case, I got a quick trigger. So I depend on certain people to give me the logical side of things. Hey, look at it this way and look at it this way and pump your brakes, and figure out this, that, and the other. But certain people that just bring no value to my core area, now there's no reason for you to be around me. You bring nothing to my area. So why are you here besides to ride my nerves?
Yeah, just leeching.
Yeah, just leeching.
Just leeching. That's
and
it.
And it doesn't even have to be money. It could be energy. It could be, just everything just around you. You just bringing me down.
And I'm telling you, this is for everybody out there. Listen to me. People who are trying to get somewhere in life, they pay attention to the people that you hang around with, the people that you keep around you. It's almost as significant as the person that you marry. And a lot of people are going to just think about it. The person that you marry is a representative of you as an individual. Just like when you get a girlfriend, after a while, every time they see you, they ask you what your old lady doing. Or if you a chick and you got a dude or a chick with a chick or whatever it is, your significant other, after a while, the people think of you as the same. When they see you, they ask about the other one.
Correct.
Well, that's what happens when you start hanging out with people. And you start deciding your circle and the people that you're going to actually go out and kick it with. They're going to start asking you or see you, and they was like, man, I can't believe he hanging out with so-and-so.
Yeah.
Because so-and-so ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know? Or oh, man, I just seen that dude last week, and he was doing this or that. Or, man, I can't believe he out here with this chick.
Guilty by
association. I just seen this chick last week. I remember back in the day, I would tell a girl, look, man, I can't talk to you because I just seen the type of dude you was talking to before you came over here to talk to me. So I know I can't get down with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I know the type of dude, I know the type of things that you do because I just seen you talking to this little dweeb dude. So I can't mess with you like that. You know, I just seen you with the dude with the tight pants and the cuffs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no socks on. I can't fuck with you.
Yeah. In my case, I've seen you with 16 different athletes in 16 different weeks in the club hugged up, and now you pulling me or you catch me somewhere. Oh, why you never talk to me? Because your line is too long. I don't like lines at Burger King. What am I going to do with you? Like,
people,
I'm number 19 on the list. I'm good.
People pay attention to the company that you keep.
Definitely.
They pay strong attention. And that's why even like when you go out somewhere and people pay attention to how the people you with dressed and how they talk. They pay attention to how they treat waiters and waitresses. You know, they pay attention to if you're super rowdy and out of line.
Yeah.
Versus because there's a way to be rowdy and be in line.
Correct.
You know, with whatever is going on.
Correct.
But they pay attention, and people judge you on those types of things.
Facts.
And if you don't understand it and get it right with your circle, then you won't understand it and get it right when you end up getting, you know, having that boyfriend or girlfriend long term and then end up getting married. Because it starts with your circle and then it transfers over. That understanding.
I think the misconception in society for a lot of people right now is everybody wants to be a thug and everybody wants to be gangster. Everybody wants to be so hard. And you know, I've been a knucklehead since he was born, so way before he was born. And the thing is that I've always been polite. You know, I've always told youngsters, hey man, yes sir, no sir, excuse me, thank you, please, don't make you soft. My hand's still hard. They hit just as hard. If I say yes sir, no sir, I can hold the door for grandma and still knock you out in the next slot. Like, it doesn't matter. But be polite. The way you carry yourself, the way you come out, and like my brother just said, when you're out in public, the way you move, people watch you. You can be rowdy and have a great time and not be nasty and rude and foul.
Yeah.
You know, it's not cool. That doesn't make you like the center of attention. But that goes back to these people needing to be the center of attention. And like we were talking about the girls, but the guys are just as bad. Needing to be the center of attention. Pants all the way on your kneecap, you know, doing the most nasty, rude, screaming, running people over. What's the purpose of that? It doesn't make you cool. It doesn't make you hard. You know, it perplexes me that society has gotten to the stage that it's gotten to like this, where everybody feels like they had to be the center of attention and do the most constantly.
Yeah, it's just a product of our environment, man. You know, we live in a world where we're here in the States where the individual is celebrated. You know, and it starts early. It starts when you're young. It starts when you're in school. You know, then, you know, they ask you questions. They want you to raise your hand, and if you answer right, then it makes you look good. You know, it's other societies, they don't do that. It's other societies, you know, where everything is about the group. They don't ask individual questions. It's all about group projects. You know, it's all about your group doing better and becoming better. But here in the States, you know, it's always been a go get it. If you want it, you got to go get it. And you do what you have to do to make you look better. But at the end of the day, making you look better and only having that as an outcome burns other people so bad that it's accepted in this society that you're going to do people dirty in order to get to where you want to get. Yeah. And that's okay because that's what you had to do to make it to the so-called top of the mountain.
Yeah, the ability to function as a team, the ability to look and be happy and propagate people within your circle to get to the top.
Exactly. And that's why even in team sports, you got MVPs.
Yeah.
Right? You can win whatever national championship you want, but now it's still a single player that's going to get an MVP.
Or the Heisman Trophy.
Or the Heisman. It's still somebody that's going to get pointed out as an individual saying that you are the best at what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because that's the type of society that we live in. That's
true.
why we got employees of the month.
Yeah.
That's why we got these things that single individuals out, and it takes away from the overall goal. of the actual team or who you work for or for your circle to do better as a circle.
Yeah, and being able to function cohesively and not have that friction because everybody's trying to be the top dog in the limelight.
Yeah, because then everybody outside of it looks at you like, well, who's in charge? Who's the number one? They always want to know who's the number one, who's in charge.
Yeah, they do. They do constantly. And part of that I understand is as far as the decision maker, but I'm at an age and stage, man, I like to play the back. Hey, handle that. Get out there, lightning rod, make that shake. You make it shake. I'm right back here. If you need me, you got any questions, head on back here and ask me. I'll be right here in the middle of the pack.
And you know what? And that's the question you got to ask yourself too. Is when you have these circles, or if you're at work, or whatever it is that you're considering, is ask yourself when decisions get made. Does your opinion matter? I would like to say, are you asked? But a lot of people ask and they don't really care. They just asking you to make you feel good.
Thanks.
But the question is, does your input matter when it comes to the outcome of whatever it is that you're trying to figure out? You know, if you're at work and you're working on a project, you know, do they ask you, you know, what you think and how you feel about the project for your input? Do they take your input into consideration? Or are you just there in a support role? If you're just there in a support role and that's what you get paid for, then at least you know this is what I get paid for. I'm in the support role.
Yeah.
But when you start talking about friends and you start talking about circles, ask yourself, you know, do these people care about me? Do they care about what I think? Do they care about my input?
They care about my longevity.
Yeah, if they don't, then you just
care if
somebody
I'm
filling the
happy.
slot. You can be anybody.
Yeah, you can be anybody. Do they honestly care about my happiness? You know, I don't know how many times, you know, we've had guys go through bad relationships and we tell them, hey, man, you got 10 couches to sleep on. You don't have to be where you at. Yeah. I feel bad. I don't want, man, you got 10 couches to sleep on.
Not even couches these days.
You have beds. We got bedrooms.
Yeah, we had couches when we was young.
TVs.
Now you got extra rooms.
You got room, and TV couches in there, whatever you need. Let me know so I can
might be able to get you in the garage. Shit.
Yeah, let me know. let me know before you need to move around and eat so I can put the dogs up. I'll just keep them in the room with me. Let me know. I'll let you know when I'm coming out.
You got options.
Yeah, you have options.
And if you got real friends, you should have those kind of options.
But if you don't have those kind of options when it gets critical, when you have an emergency and you can't call any of these 30 people that you run around with all day, then you really need to sit down and redefine what you call a friend or your circle that you're running with, because clearly you're running with the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
These are the people that you should be able to call. You know, too many times I see the RIPs and everything online, and all of a sudden all these people love you when you're gone, and they're putting up candles and releasing balloons. People that I know good and damn well wasn't really rocking with you when you were here. Walk by you. I've seen people walk by people like they didn't know them, and somebody passed. A week later, they out there releasing balloons. That's disrespectful to me. If you don't rock with me and I pass, don't come to my shit. Man. I'm telling you now, don't show up. Man. If you want to rock with my brother and you show up, we will help you back out the door. Boy. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Lord forbid he go before me, but I'm just letting you know because I'm going to be in real foul temper. Don't play.
Yeah, they don't. It's so hard the level of disrespect that comes along these days. It's like we've getting to the point where it's like I can walk by you and it's cool. But then when I see you the next time, then I'm supposed to be just all cool and all okay, you know, it's all right, even though you just disrespected the shit out of me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm supposed to just be okay with it. It's like, well, what world you living in, bro?
Where were you raised at?
Yeah.
That you think that's okay, that you feel like that's all right. That's pretty much it for the first episode. We want to talk about loyalty and get into it and go into, you know, what it is today versus what it should be. Talk about you know, watch your circles. And you have to go in and recalibrate your circle every once in a while. You do have to look at people because people change. People do change. Situations change. I see, you know, guys get with girls, whole personality change and turn into a whole different person. And you sit around and you be like, hey, man, you know, we was cool. You know, we was thick as thieves back in the day, but you need to go on about your business or just stop coming around and disappear.
Yeah, and don't change everything that you are to get inside a circle. To get inside a circle, to get inside a relationship. You know, when it comes to work, I know we do a lot of what we do for money. But if you got to change everything that you are to be there, you need to reevaluate and try to find a plan B to get your way out. You know, if you're in a relationship and all of a sudden now you can't hang out with your friends, you can't talk to your friends no more. I'm talking about you got to cut them off completely. It's like you need to reevaluate what you're doing, who you with.
Yeah.
You know, and when you're trying to get into a circle of people and you got to do things that you wouldn't normally do and you got to go places that you don't like to be, you got to do all these things and you need to reevaluate your situation.
Yeah. If you have things that are dear to you, that are critical to you, that you love to do, this is your passion, and you lay down everything that you love to be in this circle or that circle, that's probably not a circle you need to be in.
Exactly.
Find somebody that likes to do the things that you do, and that will enhance your life immensely, as opposed to you, again, fake it till you make it, trying to fit in and force a square peg in a round hole, and down the line you're just miserable.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to see that that's really not you.
And whatever situation it is, believe me, sooner or later you're going to implode. And when you implode, it is not going to be good. It is not going to be pretty.
It is not going to be pretty. I'm going to close out. I want to tell my little brother thank you for coming on for my first podcast.
Yeah, I'm in this piece.
You know, family's everything to us. For those that don't know us, it's family over everything. That's how we move.
Family's always first.
Family is always first. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. We have several shows coming up. We have a safety show coming up that'll be featuring Level 6, Kwame Guard, Coach Joe, and Sanders from Sanders Tactical. We'll be focused on females and kids for the most part, as far as being socially aware and watching what's going on.
Yeah, preparing yourself
and being ready for what society is throwing at us these days. We have a fitness show coming up. Several coaches supposed to come on. I know Jay Boss is coming on, so we're going to get some bigger chairs because he's probably going to come in here and crush some, and I have a couple others on deck that'll be coming in. Entrepreneur show coming up. I know Eric Spivey is scheduled to come on. D. Sam is scheduled to come on. So we have a lot of individuals that'll be coming on the show. We'll be talking about real life, real people, real things. Again, appreciate everybody coming on. Follow us on Instagram, my IG at Hostile Book, and at StrongArm_Asylum_podcast. I appreciate everybody tuning in. The very first one is in the book.
Yeah.
Appreciate my little brother.
Always. Hey,
Check out Whiskey Therapy for grown man conversations.
Hey, yeah, we talk about Whiskey Therapy. We talk about the shit that people want to talk about, but they can't. You know what I mean? Well, we talk about the things that your man might want to say, that your woman might need to hear, or your woman might need to tell you, but you don't want to hear it. We just talk about everyday life. So catch us all. Catch a Strong Arm Asylum podcast. Catch Whiskey Therapy. Catch us on YouTube. Catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You know, give us a listen. Give us a shout out. If it's something that you want either one of us to talk about, let us know. Hit us in the DM. I don't even sound right saying that, but hit us in the DM. Let us know what you talk about. AKA Joker, AKA Big Fella. Catch me BANE. Little Joker for years, still Little Joker at 41 years old. Come and get it. AKA Mr. Grinch. Let's work, baby.
Say, man, everybody stay safe, man. We love everybody that love us. If you
love
don't,
love.
You know, see us when you see us. Yeah, man. Everybody live life, be safe.
Yeah, we out.
Thank you for tuning in.